everyone, it's Lynsey. I hope you're having a nice day, and I'm going to read you another story from Favourite Stories from Fireman Sam. And this one today is called River Rescue. So let's get started. One day, Fireman Sam was fixing a puncture in one of Jupiter's tyres when Elvis came along. "Need any help, Sam?" asked Elvis. Sam shook his head. "No thanks, Elvis," he smiled. Just then, James and Sarah arrived carrying a deflated beach ball. "Rosa stuck her claws on our beach ball," said James. "Can you fix it?" "I'll do it," said Elvis eagerly. In the countryside, Tom Thomas was expertly flying a kite. Norman and Mandy were watching. "Cool, that's a nice kite. Tom, can I borrow it?" asked Norman. "Sure, as long as you're careful with it," replied Tom. "Careful, that's my middle name," said Norman. Tom wound in the kite and handed it to Norman. At the fire station, Elvis had repaired the puncture for the twins. "Now, men," said Officer Steele, "the Sunshine will have people out on the water. Check all safety equipment, including pontoons." It was a sort of airbed for rescues on the water, Sam explained to the twins. But when Officer Steele went into Jupiter's locker, the pontoon wasn't there. Outside Delicious' shop, Norman was wearing his skateboard helmet and knee pads with a bag full of newspapers over his shoulder. "Are you sure about this?" said Mandy. "Will this little baby be able to take my newspapers round as well?" replied Norman, tossing the kite in the air, speeding off. "Hey, wait for me!" shouted Mandy, running after him. Around the corner, Sarah and James were bouncing a ball. "Have you seen Norman?" asked Mandy. The twins shook their head. "If you do, get out of the way," laughed Mandy, and off she went. But just then they heard Norman approaching. "Whee! Look out, James!" shouted Sarah. Norman narrowly missed James. He sped straight in, passed onto the skateboard before slipping in towards the lake. "Ah!" cried Norman. A big gust of wind caught the kite and lifted him over the lake. The big wind dropped and Norman plunged into the water with a loud splash. Phew! "Oh no," cried Sarah and James. "Norman can't swim." At the fire station, Elvis had finally found the pontoon. Meanwhile, Norman was struggling in the water. "Ah!" he shouted. "I'll get Uncle Sam," said Sarah, and off she ran for help. "Grab hold of this, Norman," said James, and he threw him a beach ball, but it landed just out of Norman's reach. Sarah's emergency message quickly reached the fire station. "Oh no, Norman has been blown into the lake," said Sam. "Scramble, men! Action station," said Officer Steele. Sam and Elvis put the inflatable pontoon in Jupiter's locker, and the film fire crew were ready. "Nino, Nino, Nino." Penny followed in Venus. Jupiter and Venus arrived at the lake with the fire crew. "Inflate the pontoon!" "Men," shouted Officer Steele. Sam and Elvis carefully unloaded the pontoon, then Penny plugged it into Jupiter's generator. "Pontoon inflated, sir," said Penny. "We'll soon have you out of there," Norman said. Fireman Sam took his first sway step onto the inflatable pontoon towards Norman. The wind suddenly picked up, swaying the pontoon, and Sam was nearly knocked off the balance. "Woo! Steady there, you all right?" asked Penny. "Yes, I'm fine," said Penny. "Yes, I'm fine, Penny," said Fireman Sam, giving her a thumbs up. "Hurry up, Sam, I think there's a fish has just swum underneath my trouser leg," said Norman as he chuckled in the rock. "Hold on tight, Norman," said Sam. He lifted Norman onto the pontoon and carefully carried him to safety as the pontoon was swaying. As Sam put Norman down on the bank, a fish wiggled out of his trousers. "Oh, goodness." Dillis and Mandy were waiting by the shop when everyone got back. "Next time you fly a kite, Norman, make sure you take care," said Sam. "Okay, Sam," said Norman. "I'm definitely going to learn to swim." "You've got to learn to float first," said Dillis, handing him his armbands. "You can try these out in a nice hot bath." "Okay, ma'am," said Norman, and everyone laughed. Well, I hope you liked that one. I really enjoyed that one, and I'll find you another story tomorrow. Have a nice day in the sunshine. Remember to keep home and keep safe. Take care, everyone. Bye.